And welcome to live coverage of the D24 here on the UKSR Twitch channel. I am James Parfit as always, and we're going to be providing flash updates throughout the day on every single team that's taking part in the D24 for the UKSR. So currently we are following the team of Team Silver, which consists of Dom Roberts, Charlie Bebb, Tim Darracott and Stuart Bickley. Now, currently there are 8 teams, okay, from the UKSR involved in this. Now, 2 of them, Team Lambo of the team of Paul Joseph Cliss, James Fawkes, Alan Lever and Patrick Seaborn run last night. Unfortunately, they had a crash and are taking part, I believe, in the 12 o'clock session, okay? So, also another team that's restarted is Team Ghost, which is myself, Tyler Oldham, Chris Constable, Jonas Davis Grant and Nathan Willoughby. And unfortunately, we started in the early session, 7 o'clock, but unfortunately coming to the end of this stint, went into the bus stop, myself behind the wheel. The back end of the car went light and it put me into this barrier that we'll see on the right-hand side about now. So we have also restarted and joined the 12 o'clock session now. Also, we've got Team Pink, which is Joel Amos, Steve Hughes, Daniel Smith, Ollie Pimley and Peter Cox. And then we've got Team Scarlet with Nathan Anstis, Matt Edmondson, Rob Windsor, Stephen Masters currently behind the wheel and Owen Price. And then we got the team of 24 HPB, which is Tim Overton, Richard Williams, Jazz Marshall Porter, Adam Donovan and Trevor Davis. Now, Tim's behind the wheel of that one. We've also got the Symphonite team of Chris Hitchin, Johnny Hitchin, Damien Lobert, Cy Anthony and Stuart Brown. We've then got Team Blue, which consists of Simon Bamber, Mark Cadball, Rob Exelby, Carl McGurk and Robert Riley. Now, we've also got as well, just to top us off, the last but not least is Team Green, with Richard Broadwhip, Chris Bates, Richard Love and Yanis Williamson. So that's it for the teams, guys. We have, as I say, we've got 8 teams. We're following Team Silver at the moment with Dom Roberts behind the wheel of the car. So we are going to be providing these updates throughout the broadcast, okay? So we're going to be looking at, throughout the day, we're looking at 4 o'clock will be your next flash update, 7 o'clock, 10 o'clock, and then 1 o'clock in the morning. And then we're going to be looking at 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon for another one just after the end. I believe it's going to be round about the end of the race because of the amount of cars and teams that registered. The servers took a while to come up online, so everybody is still in practice. Even though they're due to start, everybody is still in practice. So race start, we're looking at about 10 past 1 roughly. I think it's going to be 10 past 1. Rough race start for everybody as well. So obviously currently we've got Team Silver on our screen at the moment. So we're going to be looking at covering them for their qualifying and their start session. Okay. So we will be looking at them. UKSR Symphonite currently P4. They just started. Okay. So the Symphonite teams are up and running, but as you can see, some of the teams are currently not. But what we'll do as the day and as the day goes on, we will try and cover every single team, okay? So you will get coverage of every single team that the UKSR has in this. We're currently 8 teams strong, so that would be good for us. We're going to look at one of the teams within the UKSR trying to get the victory, and currently Dom Roberts is in 3rd place in practice on a 1:32.35. So that's good. Welcome in, MDR11. Welcome into the stream. Thank you so much for everybody that tuned in for the overnight stream as well. That was absolutely incredible of you. Partly because obviously, you know, it had been a bit of a busy one overnight. And obviously we followed Team Lambo. We had Chris Eddersford streaming that one. Did go to sleep, bless him. Not going to stay up all night and cover the whole of the Team Lambo session. As I say, unfortunately, they did crash out, so they had to go into the pits, which was a little bit of a shame, but there you go. What can we do? It happens to us all. As I found out for Team Ghost, it happened to me as well, but considering that I ended up sticking it into the wall at the bus stop, giving myself 5 minutes of repairs. Yeah, it didn't go too well for me. So, we're going to be looking at, they're going to be restarting as well. So, hey, we tried, didn't we? We give it a go. We had a go. Unfortunately, it didn't go well. And then we had to sign up for the 12 o'clock session. So, yeah, we're going to be hopefully now getting on this time. We'll be on the lead lap. Unfortunately, with the repairs, it gave us over 5 minutes. Would have put us a few laps down. So we decided to register for the next one. So we are registered for this session. And we will keep an eye on what's happening, guys, throughout the day as it goes on. As I say, we will be jumping in and out of team sessions to give you updates on what they're doing, when they're doing it, and what is actually happening, okay? So we're going to try and cover as much as possible. So we are starting off with Dom Roberts will be out on qualifying. There he is. Dom Roberts is qualifying. Exceptionally quick drivers. If you are here for the first time, thank you so much. We got to hit that follow button, guys, as well, and keep up to date with everything in the UKSR is going to be doing throughout the day. Turn on them bells for notifications. You will get the flash updates, as I say, at 4, at 7, 10 o'clock tonight, and 1 o'clock in the morning. Okay, so I'll be bringing you updates at 1 o'clock in the morning. Before I settle in for my evening stints overnight, which is going to be a tough one, I'm not going to lie. I'm not looking forward to that. But we're going to be watching a lap from Dom Roberts, who's going to put in an absolute blister. Okay? If you haven't seen Dom Roberts behind the wheel of a car, well, you don't know what you're missing. Last night in the F1, he come from the back of the field of 13 cars and took the win. So, well, what can you say about that? Dom is just an exceptional driver. We will jump on board for Dom as he heads around that long left-hander before we go into the horseshoe and then dropping out for turn 4, turn 5, and then turn 6 onto the long back straight. So it's going to be absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for all the people that followed earlier on. Neo Nemesis, JP Atkinson, Tony B Racing are just to name a few as well. So we well jumped the 239 follow goal. And now we're pushing on to 250. 250 as the day goes on. So we'll see if we can do that. But let's jump on board. Not in that view, we won't. We'll get that resolved. I'm not quite sure why it decides that it wants to do that for me, considering every session it shouldn't. It should save currently as well. So if you can give me just 2 seconds, I will sort this out and we will get a decent on-board view of Dom Roberts driving this lap. Just bear with me for 2 seconds. Okay, there you go. It's all managed to sort itself out as we track on board with Dom Roberts. I do apologise for the elongated arms. Not quite sure why it decides to do that for me. Unfortunately, it seems to be doing it on every session. So I'll try and get that resolved and sorted out. And then we won't have it. But here is Dom Roberts. You see 4th gear through the bus stop. Have tried it myself. And unfortunately not managed to get it through in 4th gear. So that's a little bit frustrating. There is Dom Roberts, as you can see, currently setting the pace. 2 purple sectors and sector 4 is his green sector. So we'll see what Dom could do going across the line and see where he jumps into. He's gone into pole position. So you can see the sector times on the bottom of the screen of what's happening with the guys in second. Sasbo Bentz has jumped into second overall. Okay, so we're going to keep an eye on Dom, see what he can do in sector 1 compared to the guy currently in second. Dom's on a 132.45. Sabo Bentz is on a 132.64. So okay, so we'll try and keep an eye on them sector times to see how they compare to each other as we go round. Dom got a very slow exit there, but he is going to be flying along, I'm sure, because Dom Roberts is an exceptionally quick driver. He's exceptionally quick in any car he gets in, but even more so in this. Now, I'm also aware that Team Silver have worked very hard on their setup for this. Okay, very, very hard on their setup for this race. Okay, so they've really tried as best they can to get the best possible setup. There you go, there's the split times in front. As you see, Dom Roberts, just taking an off track in the bus stop. Unfortunately, that's going to put him back into the pits. He's going to be looking at resetting and possibly going again. Dom is a monster. Yes, he is, Chris Edisford. He is, yeah, there's not a lot to say about Dom Roberts apart from any car he gets in. He is exceptionally quick. Exceptionally quick. As I say, last night in the F1, he went from the back of the field right the way to the front. So, yeah. Yeah, so he's exceptionally quick. Currently 2 tenths faster than the guy in second place as well. So this is going to be an interesting one from Dom Roberts to see what he can do. Currently not out on circuit, so we'll try and pick that up as we go round. He's he's not there currently. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting day. As I say, we will be bringing you flash updates of all the drivers across the UKSR 8 teams. There are 8 teams taking part. Okay, so that's going to be absolutely amazing. There are various streams happening if we can get Twitch links in chat. If anybody got the Twitch links for the other drivers, I know Team Ghost are streaming theirs. I know Cy Anthony is looking at streaming his as well. So there's going to be more than enough streams to keep you going, broadcasts to keep you going across the day, so you can basically get a good update yourself on what's actually happening. Good luck, guys, and to all the UKSR, thank you very much, Tom. Much appreciated to you. Much appreciated for that follow as well. That's absolutely incredible. So, yeah, we will keep an eye on these sessions. You can see currently we are sitting on Scenic. I believe Dom has done his lap. And it is not heading round on track at the moment either. So, yeah. So we just got a nice scenic view of Daytona with just over about 1:10 left on qualifying before we get into the start of the race. He is currently sitting on pole position. So well done to Dom Roberts and Team Silver. They're doing a 1:32.45. Now, in comparison to myself, I was doing a 1:34, 1:35, depending on the traffic, even out of 1:36, unfortunately. But I was just taking it nice and easy to try and survive. And then the car went light into the bus stop. And as it went light into the bus stop, unfortunately, I joined the barrier. So, yes, a little bit unhappy as it was just coming to the end of my stint. My double stint that we did, and I was just coming to the end of it. And, yeah, had a nice clear run up until that point. But there you go. So don't forget, guys, hit that follow button. Join us. We're on 239 followers of 250. Let's see if we can get that up to 250 during these little flash broadcasts that we're going to be bringing you across the day. So obviously there are some teams that have been starting already on track, as we've seen the Symphonite team currently on track, and they're going there. UKSR Scarlet qualified in 10th. UKSR 24-hour Punty People qualified in 8th. So, yeah, we just have to keep an eye on that. Dom Roberts is currently, we're going to be looking at gridding up now. Let's see if we can bring you the grid for the LMP2s. Dom Roberts is out in pole, Bentz is second, Poninti third, Pereira fourth, Oliveira fifth, Kamini sixth, Meredith seventh, Furnell in 8th place, Houghton 9th, Nazi 10th, Chartrand 11th, Lario 12th, Lee 13th, Antoine 14th, Potts 15th, Dilworth 16th, Chavot, Nickens, Hovell, Moore, Brumfield is down in 21st, Tommy Hill 22nd, Dan Willis 23rd, Alexander and Falkland rounds out top part of the grid. So we're just waiting for all the cars to come on track, and then we can get the view. As you can see, they are currently lining up just before the bus stop, before we head out into turn 1 and starting our race. Now, obviously, as you can see, that blinking car there of Oliver Furnell. Car number 20 is literally in and out all over the place. It's going to cause havoc for the drivers. So let's hope our guys can survive the blink of the car in front, okay? Because blinking cars in a 24-hour race is never going to be good. So we'll try and wait for them to get all onto the grid. Currently, Dom Roberts is not on the grid with 28 minutes remaining. We're in with Ghost. That's Nathan's team. Yeah, I am as well. But we're currently in with Team Silver, the team of Dom Roberts. Dom Roberts is in this team. Charlie Bebb is in this team as well. Tim Darricott and our great friend Stuart Bickley is also in the team. So we're going to be looking at that. We'll jump forward to Dom Roberts. There he is. Car number 18 for the UKSR in Team Silver. So we're going to see and stay on board with Dom. See if we can get round the first few laps cleanly. Hopefully it will be okay and we will survive the first few corners, because it does get a little bit tricky. Okay. So yeah, so we just have to see what's actually running, and hopefully we can get around the first few corners. No major incidents, because we don't want to be in a 24-hour event. You don't want to be out first. Okay, so you don't want to get out first. So yeah, we'll stick with Dom Roberts and see how the first few laps go. I am in the car around 6 p.m. and then again around 4 in the morning. Stuntman, what's the strength of field? Okay, so the strength of field currently on the circuit. LMP2s is 3.2 kg. GTs are 3.6, okay? So Dom Roberts backs them right up before he heads out for the start. We're just coming across the line. He makes his jump, and there is Dom Roberts out in first place, heading round turn 1. That's the race underway, guys. He's got to be trying to clear these, trying to get out of traffic, making sure we have no incidents at all on board with Dom Roberts, because we go round the S's for the first time down into turn 1. As you see on the left-hand side, there is Dom steering, turning round in first gear. He's going to be trying now, guys, to really try and push the gap and open up the gap to the next car behind, Zabo Bentz, because he wants to get away. He's doing a 1:32.4. He's got to be looked at clearing the traffic, but at the moment, he's still out in first place. So that's always good for Dom Roberts as we go round, coming out into turn 6 for the first time. Tricky left-hander, bounces very well, the car does, before you can able to get the power down. But then you get the power on now, and that's it. Dom Roberts running around the long banking of turn 3. We're going around the back stretch to 7 and 8, sorry, as we come down into the bus stop. Dom hugging the inside. He goes back out to the outside, down through the gears before he heads through the bus stop for the first time. There you go. He's through safely, and off he goes. So that's Dom Roberts, Team Silver, out in first place. Round the track, we've got a few cars in the pits already from the GTs. Bentz has taken a very long line. I'm surprised he hasn't tucked right up behind Dom Roberts, but he's closed right in now, heading down into turn 1. Dom Roberts on the left, Bentz on the right. Is this going to be Silver defending? It's not. Dom Roberts backs out and lets Bentz through. So they take second place, okay? So they're currently in second place as we go in to the opening few laps of the of this Dom Roberts Team Silver race. And Dom's currently in second place. We'll probably look settling in now, guys. You kind of don't want to rush a 24-hour event, okay? You know, it can get quite spicy. You know, a few people are out, few people have gone in the pits, and all the GTs are really tight up together. But we're going to keep track of the progress of the UKSR teams, okay? So we've got Dom Roberts currently from UKSR Silver, okay? So if you are in chat and you are currently in a team, please tell us how we're getting on. Nathan Willoughby from Team Ghost is here. How are Team Ghost getting on at the moment? Be ideal if we can get some details on the other drivers. That would be absolutely incredible. So if we can just get some updates. We got a few updates in the UKSR Discord as well. Lots of streams starting, guys, so you can go across to the UKSimRacing stream. Ollie Pimley's streaming, Racing the Void streaming. Tyler is streaming as well. So there's a lot of streams going on at the moment through the UKSR, and will be going well. So Tyler opted to start from the back. Just gone green right now. P17 for Ghost. Okay, so there you go. So P17 for Team Ghost. So no worries at all. All UKSR Teams channel in Discord, James. Yep, I've been looking through as we've been going along. Silver leading lap 1. Scarlet dropped a few to P16, avoiding the death occurring in a few laps. Team Blue and Green are in the same split. Team Pink, P11 is up to P7. Survived first GT3 traffic. So well done for Chris Hitchin in the Symphonite team. And that's obviously a lot more. Team Pink starting the race now. Team Blue quali starting now. So everybody is literally out on track. We will keep you updated as we go along with this little flash news session that we're going to be bringing you, as I say, at 4 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 10 o'clock and 1. Okay, so we'll keep an eye out. Make sure that you're going to be on board with us, guys, and you can follow all the way through up to 13th. JB just got murdered, unfortunately, says Nathan Willoughby. So there you go. But currently still in Team 2, Team Silver. Don Roberts still in second place. Hopefully not got any damage. Okay, so we just have to keep an eye on that one with the updates in the Discord. Everybody, we're going to have to keep an up. The updates are going to be coming along as we go along in these flash broadcasts, guys. Okay, so we will keep you updated as much as we possibly can. A lot of teams are on the parade lap. So Cy Anthony teams is on the parade lap. Team Scarlet starting from 10th with Stephen's excellent quali. Okay, so that's absolutely amazing. Hey, Team Green, we're blue in your split. Team Green and blue are in the same split. Ghost did have 15 minutes of practice remaining. Okay, so yeah, but keep tuning in, guys. Keep tuning in for us in the UKSR Twitch channel for the updates, regular updates that we're going to be bringing you across the day. Okay, so absolutely incredible. Team Silver are still in the second place. Lap 5. Okay, we're coming at the end. We're on at lap 4, actually coming round to the bus stop. JB, oh no, 8 minutes of repairs. So that's unfortunate there for them. So let us know what team, because obviously your name doesn't match your Discord name, Tom. So give us your team name and let us know how you're getting on across the day, so we can keep an update, keep people informed, and we'll be able to bring you regular updates of what's happening. Okay, so we try and make sure that we're not missing anybody. We'll try and bring you as many of the regular team updates as we possibly can across this short period of just quick flash, guys, that we are going to be bringing you as well. Okay, so they've got 8 minutes. As you see, Tom has got 8 minutes of repairs, unfortunately for them. So that's the Jeans Bowl team, 8 minutes of repairs for them, guys. So that's really unfortunate this early on. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting day. As I say, I tried it earlier on. We didn't have much success. So yeah, the team of Johannes, so we just died, says Chris Hitchin, but I think that's the Jannis Williamson team, and that would be in Team Green. Team Green have just come out and said that they've just died, unfortunately, in the Discord chat. So we'll keep an eye on them as well as the day goes on to see how they're getting on. Okay, so please don't panic if you feel you're going to be missing anything. We are going to bring you all the action up to date now from Team Silver, with Don Roberts currently in second place, 0.57, and closing in on first as we head into the bus stop. Taking tactical second and fuel save, you reckon? Well, he kind of let the guy go. I'm not going to lie. He let Bentz through at turn 1. Don was on the inside, Bentz was on the outside. He let them through. I would probably suggest it was tactical, because it's still earlier on. You don't want to really get involved and die this early into a 24-hour race, Liam Murray, do you? So you kind of want to keep it tactical. It was coming into turn one that Dom Roberts relinquished the position, but as you can see, he's going back for it now, exactly the same. Sends it up the other side, and that was the same kind of thing, the same position swap that Bence and Roberts did the first time, but it was just Bence, the first time round, Dom Roberts let it off and let the guy through. As you can see, Bence has done exactly the same thing, so that's Dom Roberts out in front, currently on track. So, you know, we're just going to have to see how it works out. Hopefully, Dom's now going to get the hammer down and start opening up the gap for his team of Tim Darracott, Charlie Bebb, and also Stuart Bickley, all capable LMP2 drivers. Everybody in the UKSR teams are more than capable for doing the job that they've done today. As I say, overnight we had Team Lambo. Unfortunately, they were involved in an incident. Hey, Tootlow, welcome in. And obviously ourselves at Team Ghost earlier on were involved in an incident as well, which I was at the wheel, as I say, followed the GT3 into the bus stop, car went light and put me into the barrier. So we are going again at the moment as we go along, and we'll be up in the 12 o'clock sprint. Everybody splits the same, so I'm doing overnight. Yes, overnight. So that should be a fun one as you go into the darkness of Daytona. Yeah, it's going to be a bit of a mission for me, because I do have an early morning on the Sunday. So yeah, it's going to be very interesting. And literally, I cannot wait to get behind the wheel, get back up track again, and see how we get on. But as I say, my next stint is overnight, as we can see on board with Dom Roberts going up through the S's, going down into turn one. Currently got the lead. Now we are only on lap 7, and we're coming up to lap the slowest GTs. Okay, so it's going to be interesting to see. We'll keep an eye on this, how he gets on through the traffic. This is where the gaps are made to the car behind, guys. If you can clear traffic at certain places where they're not able to, that's going to lengthen the gap to the team behind. So, you know, you're better off really taking the opportunity while you can to clear these cars. It looks like the run from car number 14, there you go, is done. It's going to be coming up to the back of Dom Roberts very soon. Okay, so he's kind of wanting to clear these traffic, get past these cars, and then go again. So yeah, he's going to want to be looking at using these GT cars to opening up the gaps to the cars behind. So he goes past another GT car. We got the coming up to 13th overall in the GT series, which is car Robert Venn in the McLaren. As you can see, Bence is going up that inside again. The LMPs are really close together now. All of them, you see them at the top 4 on track. Robert Bence, Kamini, Pereira, all close together with, well, basically 23 hours and 15 minutes. Okay, 23 hours and 15 minutes remaining of this race. It's going to be a long one, guys. We're not going to be... You're not doing an ESS hour endurance sprint where you just basically hammer down from the moment you start to the moment you finish, okay? Because it's just not going to work out for you. You've got to play it sensible. As you can see there, Dom Roberts, really, if he can clear that Lambo of Munez before going in here, there you go, that's him done, through into tricky turn 6 and then onto the accelerator. Now what we really want to see is whether or not Bence got through or Bence got held up. He's dropped out to coming up to a second, so he's just basically going to be... You can pick the draft up at about 1.2. Okay, you can pick it up at about 1.2 seconds. There's some swapping in the back there with Bence, Kamini and Pereira, but they're back as they are. Line astern going off again. So Dom Roberts out in front in first place. Now we are going to be going for about another 3 minutes, guys. And then we're going to be switching over. The stream will end, but it will come back up again. We're following more teams in the UKSR. As I say, if you missed the teams earlier on, I will give you a quick rundown of the teams. You've got Team Ghost, which is Tyler Oldham, Chris Constable, myself, Janelle Davis Grant, and Nathan Willoughby. Then you've got two Team Lambo of Paul Joseph Cliffs, James Fowkes, Alan Lever and Patrick Seaborn. You've got Team Pink, Joel Amos, Steve Hughes, Daniel Smith, Ollie Pimley and Peter Cox. And then you've got Team Scarlet of Nathan Anstis, Matt Edmondson, Rob Windsor, Stephen Masters currently behind the wheel and Owen Price. Then the team of 24 HPP, Tim Overton, Richard Williams, Jazz Marshall Porter, Adam Donovan and Trev Davis. The Symphonite team consisting of Chris Hitchin, Johnny Hitchin, Damien Labert, Cy Anthony and Stu Brown. Then we got Team Blue, which is Simon Bamber, Mark Cadmore, Rob Exelby, Carl McGurk and Robert Riley. Team Silver here on track that you're looking at now. We've got Don Roberts, Charlie Bebb, Tim Darracott and Stuart Bickley. And then Team Green, Richard Broadwith, Chris Bates, Richard Love and Janus Willemsen. Okay, so there you go. We're going to be having, once we end this little short update, Nathan Willoughby will be taking over the UKSR Twitch channel. So you can keep tuning in, guys. If you don't leave, the Twitch channel will come back up. Okay, we're going to be going for about another minute. We'll just see how Dom gets through. And if he gets to the front of the GTs, you see Bentz is following him through. All the other cars in the LMP2 top four with Roberts, Bentz, Kameny and Pereira are all together following Dom Roberts past the GTs. So we're going to have a look and see, as you see Dom Roberts' sector times there. Look at the swapping behind. Nobody is really fighting at the moment. And it's great to see because it is a long event. You just really do want to survive. And that's it, really. You don't really want to get yourselves in any silly predicaments. As we see Don Roberts weaving his way through traffic, trying to clear the traffic in positions at other cars. We're going to go again for the 4 p.m. Okay. That's the Jeans Bowl team, isn't it, Tom, I believe, that you're going to be going at 4 p.m. again. Is that correct? So please let me know. But we are going to be coming up to the end of the broadcast. We've followed Team Silver all the way through. Currently out in front, guys. So this is the last GT. We're going to be following them to watch. And then, as I say, Nathan Willoughby will be ready to take over the stream. Okay, so he's going to be ready to take over. But guys, 239 followers. Let's see if we can get to that 250 before the end of the D24. That would be absolutely incredible. But guys, I'm going to bail out now. I'm going to let Nathan take over the stream. The next live update will be at 4 o'clock, so keep that in mind. In about 2 hours, 40 minutes time, the next update will be at 4 p.m. Okay, so 4 p.m. from myself, 7 o'clock, 10 o'clock, and 1 in the morning. And then as the day goes on, you will see more and more of the teams broadcasting. So guys, really, that's all that's left for me to say. If you are in D24, have a great race. And hopefully, guys, we will see you at the 4 o'clock. As it says in chat, when the stream goes down, it will be come back shortly. So I'm going to bow out now. I'm going to let Nathan take over. Guys, much love. See you all at 4 o'clock.